Let's remember to always give from our overflow, not from our well. Day to day, in our responsibilities and life tasks, we have a tendency often to give from a place of depletion. We don't often prioritize ourselves and our rest and our self care, and that leads us to a place where we give from a well that is empty, not from a place of overflow where we have the energy and reserves to give. It's nice for us to take a pause and reflect in today's meditation to look at what are the places I am giving where I really don't have the energy or reserves or mindset to give from. Many times when we're giving from a place of depletion, emptiness, and fatigue, it leads us to further exhaustion. It leads us to having physical, physiological symptoms of muscle aches, headaches, abdominal distress, constipation, diarrhea, heart palpitations, or waking up every day with a sense of dread instead of a sense of pleasure and looking forward to the day. As well as we end up being plagued by negative thoughts of dropping the ball, feeling guilty, shameful. We be hard on ourselves, not being kind and recognizing what we're doing right, but constantly looking at the lack of what we're doing wrong or dropping the ball on. And then we have this over sense of responsibility as thoughts, of trying to make sure that we're there for everybody at our expense, which leads to behaviors that are not necessarily healthy and happy, such as overeating, alcohol, drug consumption to numb the day's stress, or doing things like mindless shopping or watching TV till the wee hours of the night to distract ourselves or have that fear of missing out and feeling like we don't have enough time for our own pleasure. But then that leads us to being further depleted. As I'm speaking, I'm sure each of you are reflecting on the different things you do that further deplete you. It is important for each and every one of us to recognize don't give from your well, give from your overflow. Ensure that you always have reserves of yourself taken care of first and foremost before you take care of others. Let's right now reflect in this meditation on the ways that you take care of yourself and you reserve your energies by saying no, by self-caring, by eating well, by sleeping enough, by shutting off the TV or not engaging in social media, which stimulates our mind sometimes before bedtime. It's important for us to recognize, am I overstretched in my week? Or am I taking out time to take care of me? Are we giving from a place where we have abundance of energy to give happily versus feeling remorseful, regret, and feeling, upset by people who ask us for things because we don't have the energy to give, but we also don't have the willpower to say no? Let's take a pause and a mindful moment right now to reflect on our lives and look at the places that we give our energy to that sometimes depletes us quite a bit, where we can also increase our reserves of eating healthier, sleeping properly, increasing more joy and activities that bring us life and energy for ourselves to have the energy to give to others, as well as bringing a calm state of mind by dealing with things that upset us, and also exercising and breathing and meditating. Let's take a moment now to pause on what we do to replenish ourselves and what we do to deplete ourselves. And are we in a place of giving from an overflow or giving from an empty well? Let's take a deep breath in and breathe out. Another deep breath in and breathe out. Allow yourself to take a moment and focus on your well-being and focus on this topic. If your mind wanders away, Gently welcome it back to your breath and focus on ways that you can replenish yourself instead of giving from a place of emptiness. Gently bring yourself back and reflect for the rest of the day how you replenish your well so that you can be a person who is giving from a place of overflow, not depletion. Self-care is not an option. It is something that is necessary for each and every one of us to function in a place of health, not only for ourselves, but for the people and the avenues that we give to, like our workplaces and society. Take care of you. Remember you're important.